Hello, everyone. Okay. Having some connection issues. So, haven't been live for a long time, and I get myself all nervous about it. So, anyways, today I'm just jumping in. So I've decided to start a series called Financial Fridays, and I know part of the struggle that first-time buyers have is that they really have no idea what the process is, how much money that you have to spend to buy a home, what potential costs that you'd be looking at um, once you've bought a home. And so my goal is just to kind of break it down week by week on Fridays, minus holidays, and do a fun little Financial Friday. So the first part that I wanted to jump in here was down payments. And really the question is, how much do you need? And is there any programs available that can help? So that's going to be this week's topics. And if you have more ideas or more questions, you're always welcome to toss them in the comments below. And I'll see if I can add some of those topics in for later videos. So today we're going to dive into down payments. So when it comes to the programs that are available, you basically have three options for down payments. So there's going to be the conventional way of going through it. Conventional loans are 20% down. So 20% of the purchase price. So that's a pretty hefty chunk. So usually that would be somebody who's already owned a home and is maybe sold that home and has some equity from that property that they're able to put down a higher chunk. The benefit to that is you're going to put lower payments, and so that's always nice when you're buying a home. Now, option number two is going to be the insured route, and so when you're buying a property, if you have less than 20% down, the banks want some assurance, some sort of protection. And what allows you to actually buy a home with less than 20% down is that insurance. So it goes through CMHC or Sagen. And what it does is it's an insurance that you have to buy, but it's an insurance for the banks. So if you default, aka stop paying your mortgage payment, then they have an insurance that covers them. And so when you put 5% down, it does make it quicker for you to be able to buy a home, which is always the attraction, right? Getting into a home sooner allows you to start building that equity sooner. But you will have an additional fee, and that fee gets roped into your mortgage as well. Now, the third option is the Skip the Savings program. I have a lot of clients who've gone through this program, and essentially what it does is it allows you to skip the savings. It allows you to buy without having to save up 5 or 20% of the purchase price. Now, the downfall, I like to be pretty honest and transparent on this, is that your payments are higher, specifically because you're not paying down that 5 or 20%. So that's kind of the big difference between them. Now, in regards to programs that can help, if you have a down payment, there is something called the First Time Homebuyer Incentive, and that's a government program. And I've had a lot of people ask me, is it free money? And I think when you're dealing with the government, there's never really any free money. So they essentially register it as a second mortgage. So the benefit to having this First Time Homebuyer Incentive program on there is that you're not paying the same interest rate as you would be with the rest of the mortgage. So that's really nice. And then you also save the CMHC or Sagen fees on it as well, just on that 5% that the government's willing to put down for you. But you do have to pay it back. So another program that is pretty new to me, actually, I really don't have much experience with it, is the First home savings account. And since I just haven't done any research into it, but my understanding is it's basically like the equivalent of a TFSA, but for first-time home buyers only. It's just something that recently started here. I believe April of this year is when they came out with it. And so that is something I'll have to do a little more research into. But that is something that might help you save up that money. And I know that it is a tax-free account as well. And then one other program that's available to help is the program that allows you to use your RRSPs as a down payment. And so, especially if you have a job that contributes to them and helps you kind of build those up, it's nice that you can pull out those RRSPs as long as you have a contract of purchase and sale that shows that you are buying a home. And you can pull out those RRSPs to pay for your down payment and your inspection fees and your lawyer fees too. So yeah, I think that's it. If you decide to watch this to the end, thank you so much. Just getting back into the groove. So join me next Friday for Financial Fridays. I have another really fun, exciting topic set for next week. So if you have any questions, get in touch. If you have some things that you would like me to do videos on, feel free to comment them in the comments below, or you can even message them to me as well, and I will add them to my list. All right, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye.